have one of those signs, and the former community police officer assigned the number of that. Are those still good? And identify the property. It says do not trespass, and there's a designated number.
The OAN number, yes. What's the question?
Are these still good, or do I need to, after 8 years, get a new number?
You don't get a new number, but yeah, they're only good for 2 to 3 years. So, are you talking about your personal residence? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, you can, yeah. Not a new number, but just have it redone. They get, yeah. Business partnership. Yeah, they've got an individual that handles just that. And all basically you just take your information. If you're the original person that did it, you just take information right on the phone. They don't go update.
It's starting to fade now.
You might need a new sign, but they just they just keep, because when we book property that has those signs, first thing we do is we ask dispatch if they're valid. We give the number on the site, and they'll come back and say either yes, it's valid, or it's not. If it's not valid, then we play our little game and tell the person, hey, you're trespassing, get out of here, or you're going to go to jail. If we show up and it's valid, then we tell them, hey, we actually look to see if they've been warned. Haven't been warned, now you're warned. You come back, you go to jail. If they have been warned, you go to jail. But if it's not valid, then we don't have the basis. It's like an implied consent once you have the signs updated. It's like you being there.
Yeah.
Al?
I just want to say thank you for jumping on I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Just wanted to make a couple.
I have one question. Would you guys be interested in high school students need service hours? Would you guys be interested in like the KB team, or how can high school schoolers be involved?
It would probably be our community relations department. You're going to have to, if you call the 688-3000 number, National Community Relations.
Okay.
They've got different areas, but yeah, sometimes when they have events, they'll bring in high school students, help out. And then do that way. But that would be them. Find out.
You guys have any questions?
Homes, suggestions, obviously make sure everyone's locked up. It's always good to be close to your neighbors. If you don't like your neighbors, we don't always like our neighbors, but they know that you're going to be away. For those who don't have alarms in your houses, alarms work. They do deter crime. Sometimes putting lights on a timer. If you're going to be gone, you can call, always call us. Let us know, hey, I'm going to be out of town from this to this. And it will go into a little database, and it'll pop up twice a day and say, this person's going to be gone from here to here. Do a check on the house. So, no, District 14. I'm pretty sure that you can get District 14's number. Yes. Also, valuables, bicycles. Don't leave them out. If you see your neighbors leave their bicycle out, tell them out. I've always suggested keeping a bike inside a garage or house, especially expensive bicycle. Because if it's an expensive bicycle, they're going to cut the chain and the lock and steal it. They know it's expensive bike. Street lights.
Guys, listen up.
Make sure all your street lights work. You go out at night and you see the street lights aren't working, call the city. Or no. It's important.
So report like broken streetlights.
And you know they've got they've got the Connect and Protect app, correct?
That's what I was just showing her with the app, because I've made a couple of reports and the responses were immediate, which really surprised me.
It goes out just like a phone call. And again, it goes out like a phone call to a dispatcher, and dispatcher will dispatch, and it'll come in not as a priority, but whatever the priority is. So yes, it's just like making a phone call.
So,
What's the? It's Connect and Protect.
it works really well.
All right. Well, pleasure meeting all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will get on those issues as far as, especially these two places. We can get some control and clean up the area.
What do you suggest as a community that we can do to help ensure that, I know you said Connect Protect, have street lights, notifications. But is there anything else we can do as neighborhoods?
Keep an eye out for things. Well,
Yes.
yeah, like everything I mentioned, but yeah, don't be afraid to call. Again, all you're doing is taking, picking up the phone and calling. They're not going to drop a urgent call to come and, so don't feel like, I don't think this is worth it because they should be doing something else, or it might take. It's not going to. Again, everything's prioritized, and if the person's available, the person's down the street, they're going to be there. If, God forbid, we've got something else going on, stolen vehicle traveling through the city or whatever, we're going to take care of that first.
Question. If I wanted to go neighborhoods next week, are they going to get deaf to my comments?
No. There's no, oh no, it's this person yet. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. Yeah, don't.
All right, thank you all. Thank you, Debbie.
Definitely.
Debbie Vega.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Take care. Have a great night.
Next we have
Thank you,
city.
sir.
Appreciate it.
Next
you.
we have City
Bye now.
Commissioner Christopher McBoy. He's
Thank
gonna.
you.
Thank
So
you.
nice to see you, Commissioner.
Commissioner McBoy is just gonna give us updates about the city, what's been going on, and if you guys have any questions, go ahead.
I might have a few questions for you.
Can you get him the microphone?
Thank you. So things that are going on at the moment are, we are into the budget season. That's a point where the commission can help set priorities and some of the direction of what we do, because the budget is pretty much the way we choose what gets done. Our overall budget as a city is something on the order of $170 million. That sounds like a lot. Most of that is actually the electric utility. So to set that aside, when you get to the general fund of the city, you're getting more than $35 million range. Would you like to guess how much the commission actually has discretion over to move around? Things that are not already committed.
Per Commissioner?
No, per the commission as a whole. Per commissioner, nothing.
1%.
Make a guess.
1% of the budget.
It's actually a pretty good guess, but it's a little low.
0.1%.
Do you still have the money for the swimming pool that's been set aside?
I was meeting with people about the pool today, we just had a discussion about it recently. It's unclear to me how much we actually have set aside, that we really have. I've heard numbers of around 3 million are available. Is it really there? Have we spent it for something else? Has the previous commission spent it? That's murky. Anyhow, to answer the question, I asked that one to the city manager and the budget director a week or two ago, and I was guessing it was sort of on the order of 5 million out of that 30. He said between $500,000 and $1 million. So in terms of expecting the commission to change the course of the city, you've got the $500,000 or $1 million of labor. Everything else, for instance, there's a gentleman that was just here, was part of the former Lake Worth police force. There's a pension fund. We have no control of that. We have to pay into that pension fund every year. And you see, those people were hired and the commitment was made before they retired and get a pension. That's off the table. A number of other things that are in that category that we have no influence over. That's a little sobering. That's something that's helpful to put in the pot as we think about various folks that want the city to spend money on this. Right now, the biggest one that everybody I suspect is aware of is the Gulf Stream. And update on the Gulf Stream is the Gulf Stream asked for various zoning and planning type things. They have received all of their permissions. The city commission has done everything that we have our authority to do. What it remains is now that Gulfstream wants various financial concessions, developers can ask municipalities, hey, would you give us a tax break? Would you give us a tax break for 5 years? Would you give us a tax break for 10 years? Would you do some work around the area? Would you spend some money on that? With various other things that they can ask for. There's no obligation of a municipality to provide that. That's an ask from the developer. And the developer's job is to ask for as much as possible and hope that you get some portion. But the asks are actually quite high when you compare that to that $500,000 to $1 million. That's sort of, wow. We're going to have to think about it.
How much are they asking?
Depends a lot on how you analyze it. I asked the city to give me that number as a spreadsheet.
I thought it was
What's that?
10 years.
Yeah, the tax restoring the historic building, they're restoring the historic building, that's a good thing. We'll give them a break. I'll put on that. The other one is building on the new building, which is luxury apartments. They're asking for a 10-year tax break for that. Well, it's a decision. That's not an easy decision because usually what we say about new development in the community is, oh, we're doing this because it's going to increase the tax base. Except for the tax abatement for 10 years, and it's not really increasing the tax base, not for a long time. So those are difficult decisions. Those are some of the things we're looking at.
Can you negotiate with them and say, like, we'll give you a portion of the abatement you're asking for?
That's exactly what the commission, I don't know, about a month or two ago, said, you know what, we as a commission can't negotiate with them, that's not practical. There's 5 of us, we have to do it in sunshine in public meetings, and no developer's going to want to do that. We can't do it individually, because sunshine is going. So a decision was made, let's hire somebody as our negotiator, as our buyer's rep. And that process is ongoing. And the person, we put it out for bids, well, not for bid, but people could apply. Several firms applied to do it. The person we hired is both a developer and worked for West Palm Beach, worked on the city testing. So we figured this is somebody who knows both sides of the fence and knows what developers ask for, knows what cities negotiate. Hopefully they'll do a pretty good job of negotiating.
Can I ask something moving beyond the Gulf Stream? I was just wondering what structure the city had in place to improve walkability and make it safer, particularly crossing Dixie Highway and crossing Lake and Lucerne,
Well,
and the
Lake-
circle at A Street.
Yeah, the circle of A Street, A Street and Lake.
Yeah,